Och så får du sätta den på paus.
So, my friends, welcome to Leah's Bible Babble and for the love of crafting, even this Friday. So, and for once, I have Fallout Dave in the chat. Welcome, as always. You are very much welcome and keep me company for a while. And tonight, I'm going to do some knitting as I did last time. So I'm halfway through my beautiful song. But I am also going to do show you some life hacks that I have when I do my cross stitching. And I think I can show you that a little bit later. But for now, I just want to tell you are very much welcome here to my channel. And let's see what we can do tonight. So I realized I have my headphones on and I don't have a use for my headphones for this. So well, yes. But I have taken myself. Oh, Paula Dave says, "Hey, just on my break from work." Nice, nice, nice. And I hope that you enjoy my little stream that I have here tonight. So something I'm gonna do also tonight. At least I'm gonna test out if they're working, and that is to show you some of my favorite home pages for different kinds of patterns. So, but I think I am starting to do some knitting. We start in that direction, and then we see how far this string goes. So, well, it's Friday. We have a work week behind us, sort of, and a weekend in front of us. So, do you have any specific plans for the weekend? Just let me know. I would love to hear all of them. My plans for the weekend is not much, actually. Probably a lot of handcraft. probably more stitching than knitting. Then on Sunday I'm going to sing with my choir, because next Sunday there will be a music sermon that I lead in my home church, and that music sermon going to be live streamed. So there is I have I have already made a thumbnail for it, um, and hopefully you um, you want to um, join me in that sermon. Well, the sermon is going to be in Swedish, but almost all the songs I'm going to sing is in English, except for one song. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be the first time we are live streaming a sermon, and also a music sermon. What is the difference between a sermon and a music sermon? Well, it's in the name. When we have more music than normal, we let the music do the talking. Our pastor is just there to have some reflections and not a preaching. While me and a friend of mine called Johanna, we are going to make the most of the songs. And the theme for the sermon is the fight against evil. And I have chosen music from that theme. So hopefully it's gonna be really, really awesome. So we're gonna go all in everything. So hopefully you wanna join me in that adventure too. And we are a very small congregation with only about 30 members. So live streaming from that for that kind of small congregation is not that common to make, but hopefully we can do something awesome. I will have a backup when I do the stream, and that is a traditional recording. Just because if the stream started to act out, I have a recording that I can put up. So at least there will be something. So now I am on the feet of the sock, and the different colors of the yarn started to show in within the knitting. But I realized it would be a little bit bubbly, because I have my tension is too hard on the yarn. So I can release some of the tension while to call blocking, to stretch it out a little bit so it can be so the patterns will arise a little bit better. Oh. Oh. That is strange. Yeah. Well, as I've said before, I'm not that used to YouTube Studio and everything. Um, but um, I'm getting there. Um, so, uh, so while I stream, I also want to look at the statistics so that I know that how many people are in here at the same time and everything like that. Um, so I know that there is people in here. Um, but the my biggest problem right now that is that this computer is not compatible with both YouTube Studio at the same time and the OBS at the same time. It working their ass off. So uh, um, nah, sorry, the dog is barking. Oh my god, no. Anyway, um, Lily, uh, where I'm placed, they're just about at the front door. Um, that's because we don't have any better place to be when we stream. Um, and sometimes um, people have the audacity to uh, walk just outside our door. Uh, and our dog just let us know that we are home and don't come in here. So, yeah, she's cute that way. So, um, so if you hear a language that you might not understand in the background, that is Swedish, just because we are living in Sweden. And also that Swedish is my primary language and English is my secondary language. So if you're new in here, welcome. Make yourself known in the chat if you want to. Everybody's welcome in here. And also make yourself known to this live stream where I do some crafting for the love of craft with bragging rights. And those bragging rights will come up in just a moment. But it's not, I don't know if I want to call it bragging rights like that. It's more like life hacks, to make my life a little bit easier when I'm on the go and want to have my craft with me in some cases. So anyway, I have I think, well, I'm talking about this anyway. So why not to do the life hack that I'm talking about? So we move aside this knitting, and here is a life hack. But you might recognize this because this is for children to have their painting affinity with you. And this case is from IKEA. You know, I love IKEA. So that's why, just because we are Swedish. Uh, this is extreme. It's very good to have if you want to have your cross stitch or anything that is flat, like scrapbooking and painting. This is very good. So it's a hard surface, and with a small clip that you can attach your pattern or your notes or whatever. And when you open it up, it is beautiful. So here I have a lot of different uh, uh, different stitches with me. So for some reasons, the mainly Christmas stitchings. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different stitchings with me. There are going to be table runners in the end, somewhere, sometimes. I have here my own design. And here is I don't know what we are called. We call it Ada band. Here. And these kinds of Ada is expensive as always. No, when you have just if you need a meter of it, it brings you to tears sometimes from some stores. I found this on a flea market here in town, and it's 8 meters. That's a lot of fabric. And you know what? Do you know how much I paid for it? $1, equivalent to $1 for 8 meters. Yes, I am very proud of my top findings. So I'm going to do a small table runner you can have in the middle of the table instead of a big cloth. So it's going to say Merry Christmas in Swedish. God jul. Eventually. And for that I use two of those fading classes that I have. I do a pillowcases with the same floss, just in different colors. So we're gonna go match on sometimes. And for that is my future projects, some of them at least. Oh no, Fallout 10. Voltaire says, hey, I'm on my phone now, sitting in the dark because the power is out. What? What happened? Oh my God, that is wild. Um, okay. I hope you stay safe, my friend. It's because the weather or something else. No, I think it was in Nagranal. It was out of power too. Or I just saw some. Yeah, I think it was yesterday in a stream. Someone just said the same thing. The power was out. It's crazy. Then, well, as you might have noticed, I have a collection of scissors. I love scissors. No? Uh, and I have required them from different places. As some have been gifts, actually, because they know I am a crazy one. Um, and some I have required just because they are cute as. Just look at this one. You know, she is so beautiful. I am just. She cost me a lot a lot of money, but it was worth it because she is so beautiful. Uh, then I have two scissors that I can have with me when I travel. I don't travel that much, but if I need to, um, Volataire says, I don't know what happened, but the power kept going on and off. Weather is okay, so probably somebody hit a power pole. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, but look at these folding scissors. They are so cute. So cute, so cute. Uh, and I love this one because you just take out the handles and you have a scissor. It's so cute. I love it. But then I have my favorite scissors, and this one I actually found on Timo. This one you might have noted as well. I've been on my stream. Um, and of course, it is in rose gold and it has butterflies on. Uh, that is just right up my alley. Yes. And I never thought it would be so good. It is very sharp, even though uh, my kids has um, taken it more than once and um, cut other things than just yarn with it. But it still stays sharp, actually, and just have a little bit of weight to it also. So I like this one. This is my all-time favorite. But the perks with the smaller scissors, like this one, are the classics. One you find in almost every home that have some kinds of work with it or crafting. And this one is small enough to go on a needle minder. Now, I'm going to talk about needle minder next week. Needle minder are a small magnet that you can place uh, on your cross stitch, and so you know where your needle are. But this is small and light enough to place it on the needle minder, and you don't fall it off. So that is a little bit of my scissors collection. Um, then when one of the classic scissors of the unicorn. Also, I have one with, I think it's called an arrow in Swedish or in English. Sorry. I had two of them. They're beautiful. This one was actually a gift for me last year. Got it from a couple of friends of mine. And this is a small scissor embellishment, so you know where I can identify my own scissors. No, if I'm not wrong, cross this convention and stuff, something like that. And yes, there are cross disc conventions, and pretty big ones too. In the US, the uh, you can say the crafts of of the cross stitching are actually pretty big in Sweden, in US, and most of my favorite parents are from the US, and also that material for the cross stitching are extremely low priced in in the US. So I have my intentions to go to MegaCon some year. And when I talked to one of my friends for it, she said, "Can I give you a list of things you can buy for me?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, pay me first." Because that is ridiculously cheap in US compared with Sweden. With that said, I try to always most of the time to buy from local stores just to keep the business running. But in some cases, that too expensive to buy in a store. You had to import things yourself. So yes, so that was a little bit about my my life hack, my cross stitch life hack. So back to knitting. So, and I hope for the day that you will have power and as when power is coming on and off, you're not sure what to do or why. I'm actually I am pretty happy that I have a hobby that is not depending on power. Well, or more likely, not depending on a computer. A lot of things. A lot of people have like streaming or watching things on the computer and stuff. And when the power goes out, then you have to be creative. It's more of a challenge to have Father Dave say, "Finally, I got my phone back. That is good. That is good. We like that a little bit. We like phones." So, so now I can start to knit with uh, two different. Fallout Dave says, "Is there a big solar storm or something? This is weird." I don't know. Actually, there've been a lot of what it calls Aurelia. This is the, um, Aurelia Borealis is the Latin name. Northern Lights, it's called. We had it about a week ago. We had some Northern Lights as south as where I live, and we can see them with the naked eye. And I know just a couple of days ago, further up north in the country, there was a lot of Northern Lights too. So it might have been a solar storm. And a solar storm is actually pretty almost scary, because you can't do anything about it. You can't protect yourself for it. I know. When it comes to rain and wind and stuff, you can protect yourself to a degree for it, but not for solar storms. And we are so depending on technology. Yeah, exactly what Follow Dave says. So much is satellite based. Yeah, everything from GPS to cell phone to all of it. The to be able to sit on one place of this planet and to talk with someone on literally on the other side of this planet, taste it, planet, is depending on satellites in some way. And when satellites got fried, we are going back a lot of technology. There has been a really, really big solar storm, but that I think that was in during the 19th century and the beginning of the 19th century. I think it was has to be in Canada, I thought, or something. Nothing happened more than the telegraph got fried. But just because they didn't have telephones, they had a telegraph. So everyone was fine, but there were traces back to that it was a solar storm that caused it. And if a solar storm can do so much harm for us right now. And the thing is, the sun itself goes in cycles. So in some cases, you have to be, what I think at least, that some scientists has to be able to predict when now is going to be a really big outbreak. Fallout Dave says, "I keep losing service on my phone." Oh God. Yeah, but and yeah, that can be a very big concern and a big possibility that it was a solar storm. So even if we can see the northern lights with the naked eye, and the northern lights are incredibly beautiful, I give you that, but that is so much energy in it that is It's ridiculous. Uh, some of those solar flares, they are even harder than the surface of the sun, um, which is crazy too. Now, if you even get mercury, you are a fine crisp. Um, but and so actually, it's have you seen the I'm gonna think what that movie is called. Uh, oh my god. The Chronicles of Riddick. So with Vin Diesel. It has about 20 years on it. But um, in one of the movies, they are on a planet or a prison planet called Crematoria. And just because the surface is so hot, you are burnt to crisp. If you even go out in the sun there, it's ridiculous. Uh, but I love those movies. Yeah. I think the Chronicle of Riddick, is it 2 or 3 movies? I think there are 3. Uh, for that then says we're very dependent on electricity. Take that away and society will crumble quickly. Yes, that is absolutely correct. I am when I was a child, I had the opportunity to live on the countryside when during my summer breaks. At um, that little cottage we had, there was no electricity whatsoever. We had a small TV um, that was powered by a car battery that was powered by a solar cell. Uh, but that was the only one. But we had no lights, no stove, and so and with that also no toilet. Well, let's say the instant suntan. Yes. Yeah, and that is actually something I have noticed too. I'm only 44 years old, so I'm not that old. But when I was a kid, like 30 years ago, my parents they could sunbathe for hours. They even anointed themselves with oils and stuff. And now you can be in the sun for like half an hour, and you are like, yeah. It's, I think the ozone layer has been thinning out uh, during these years because the sun is much more powerful and strong here than what it was when I was a kid, you know. So it's also a part of the climate changes that are noticeable here in Sweden. So time to actually do some knitting and not talking weather or. Uh, but I think I found it interesting. Also, you found I realized when I knit, I don't watch the camera so you don't see what I'm doing. That's not good. Stupid. So, but yeah, solar storms, and of course, when it comes to weathers, um, it is scary sometimes. It is really, really scary. Um, so, so, uh, and for some reason, once again, YouTube is acting up. Um, there were some problems yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Last Wednesday, with uh, the live chat uh, at the Bro Science. There was some chats my chat disappeared. Um, if if I um, retried the page, um, the my stream or my chat just went completely missing. And I think Fallout Dave says the Earth has an overall weather pattern of about 800,000 years, supposedly. Yeah, um, it has. Uh, our problem is that uh, humanity has fucked it up. And we have fucked it up with the modern technology. Um, so um, some say that when it comes to climate change, well, it's going to be anyway, but I don't buy it because it wasn't that far back in history when we had our last big climate change. And I'm referring to the latest ice age that we had here in Sweden. Collective says, yes, my chat wasn't working either. No. And I think I didn't see any Europeans at all in Browsing chat. You know, we are quite a few, but there were just only Americans in the chat. And when I look at my statistics now, according to my statistics, I only have one entry in the chat. No. So I don't know. This is crazy, I tell you. Yeah, and but there has been a lot of problem with YouTube lately. Um, um, uh, I know I'm not the only one that says it. I don't know what YouTube do or why, but there's something that isn't right. Um, so Uh, uh, there says YouTube always have issues. Yeah, yes, it has. Um, um, I was thinking about when it comes for me to um, finally be uh, get monetized. I know that YouTube takes out a fee for everything that you own, uh, everything that you earn, well, 30% fee. So if if you get a donation of $100, you can keep $70. Now, on those $70, then you have to pay tax on, but there's something completely different. But those 30%, you have to, that's a lot of money in the end. And um, we're not getting the service from YouTube that is equivalent to those 30% earnings. We don't get the service that we need. Or not need, but is required. Yeah, you know, you if you you're not sure if you have do your counting right, and in the end, it's all add up perfectly. Little bit of yay in the end. So, if you are new in here, welcome to my For the Love of Crafting stream, where I do some crafting once a month. No, not once a month, once a week. And let yourself know in the chat. Of course, I love to chat with all of you. And of course, because you are a part of this page, Leah's Bible Babble, then the chat will be named the Babbling Friends. If you have a suggestion of a file name, then by all means, write it in the chat or in the comment section, or so. If I get a lot of suggestions, I might need to have a poll on it for the chat on sooner or later. But so far, it is the Babbling Friends. Cheryl Droppa! Hello, Cheryl! Stopping by for a few minutes. Hope all is well. Yes, everything is very good, Cheryl. Thank you for stopping by. How are you doing? Very nice to see you in here. The power company called and told me power was out. I kind of figured that out. Yeah. Oh, that is so contradictory. Uh, like we have here in Sweden, we have a lot of our agencies have um, their main priority is not to talk with people. um, Volunteer says, have to go back to work now. Have a good day. Have a really good day. And I hope you get the power back and you can do your work as best as you can. So, and I hope I see you soon, my friend. Well, as I was saying, a lot of agencies here in Sweden have have homepages, and sometimes you can't have uh, um, you can't um, disclose some information, so you have to call them. And when you're calling, there are always an automatic voice. Go into our web page and do this and that, blah blah blah. Just because they don't want to talk to people, and sometimes I really do need to talk to someone, not an AI robot. Cheryl Gopal says, "Are you still working on socks?" Yes, I am. But now, I so now I stretch a little bit, you know. But I started on the foot part, so upper part is finished. But I haven't got the time to do that much of knitting this week. It's been a crazy week as always for some reason. Uh, so, um, but you know, I'm getting there. I don't have uh, uh, I don't have a date to have it finished. But yes, I am still working on my socks. Um, then I have a small mountain in the in the couch in my corner where I do all the mainly of my stitching and knitting. And I have a lot of projects to do need to be finished. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl says they are looking beautiful. Thank you. I hope so too. Um, this is just two balls of yarn that I found in the drawer. I have so much yarn in this. It's ridiculous. Actually, it's been better. I have to say that. Um, in some cases, I have been able to rearrange some of the yarn. So instead of having yarn in three drawers, I have it in one drawer now and stuff. But it is. I have yarn for a very long time. Uh, and when it comes to my embroidering floss, my grandchildren's grandchildren um, will have been flossing. So, it's a ridiculous amount of it. And at the same time, I can't resist floss, you know. Or when I found some different floss or uh, very funny. Sherry Gopal says, do you work on one project at a time? No, I am not. I'm sorry. I have at least 3 or 4 projects at a time when I do some um, rotation. And when it comes to my my larger uh, cross stitchings that are from Heaven and Earth Designs, um, they are huge. You know, the one that I am working on right now is going to be 20. I think it was 29 time 19 inches in, in size. So they're big. And when it comes to Heaven and Earth, I have at least 10 of them on the in rotation. So I work on one project until a floss goes out, and I write it up, and I take another. Then I go to the next project and do the same until I have much floss enough to order that is that floss is affordable for me. Sometimes you have to order more than 10, uh, 10 skins just to have a discount on the floss. But at the same time, the shipping is ridiculous sometimes. So one skin of one color can cost about 20 kroners. That is $2 to $3 at one skin. Now the shipping cost like between $5 and $6. So you need to have a lot of skins to make it up for the shipping, and otherwise it's going to be ridiculously expensive. So that is my Heaven and Earth designs. When it comes to my knitting, right now I have 2 knittings on the go. So I have socks. They are small enough that I can travel with it. You know, when I know I need to like riding a bus or sitting in a waiting room or stuff like that, I always have a small project with me because it's neat and I have something to do with my hands. Then I have one larger project going on, and it is a tank top, but now I just have like maybe it can be 10 inches left on it, but it is so big, you know, it is like 450 knits on one row. It takes time, and it's, you know, you can't travel with it because it's too big. So I can only knit on it when I sit in the sofa, in the couch. So I have a lot of different projects going on at the same time. Some criticize me for it, I know, but that is how I work. I like have a lot of different projects going on at the same time. Michelle, when you do your paper projects, do you do you do one project at a time, or do you have several? Cheryl says it's great that you can sometimes take it with you. I can't do that with my paper art. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Sometimes some hobbies you can't take it with you. I'm one of those kind of women that need to have something in my hands to do something. And if I don't have anything in my hands, I do stuff that is not good, like eating way too much. I need to um, go to fetch something, so I'll be right back. So we are back. Da-da-da. Well. Yeah, but most of the time I do. I have a small knitting with me. Then I have a smaller cross station too with me sometimes. Cheryl Gopin says, I have done two at the same time, but for the most part, I focus on one at a time. I make a lot of decisions and changes as I go along. Yeah. And, some people are very content to have one, one project at a time of different reasons. But for me, that has never been my take. There has been some thoughts from me that like more than like New Year's resolutions. Like this year, I'm only gonna do on the projects that I have going on and not to start new ones. But it takes like 2 weeks and I am all back in the same. but, but the thought is there, and maybe that is what it counts. No, sorry, maybe to drink something. Talking too much. Uh, uh, I have there is a car outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but the raging the engine for some reason, uh, or if it might be. It might be the tricky motorcycle that we have here in the neighborhood. Sorry, I for um, I almost forgot that I'm still streaming, and you might want to know that or see when I stream or why I stream. But anyway, really nice to see that a lot of people have been in here actually, even though not much activity in chat, but you know, you have to take it with it. But some people has been in here. I can see it in the statistic, and that is good. Um, um, Shulgopan says, a long time ago, I did costume design for small theater groups, and I worked on so many things at the same time. I guess that's why I try to focus on one. Oh, that can be a very good reason. Yeah. What on earth have I done here? Uh, no, there is. So, yeah. Um, when it, if I get sometimes I do some knitting on order, um, or it's gonna be a gift or something. I stay loyal to that project until it's finished. But at the end, my mind can be so bored of it that is um, so um, uh, let's see if I can. No. Well, I am. Let me see if I can do this. So I have some pages I wanted to show you. I am not convinced if I can if I can do uh, some um, some Yeah, I was trying to show you the Happiness Designs homepage, where I got most of my cross stitching patching from. For some reasons, I couldn't scroll. Uh, I have to figure it out for some reason. That is very strange. Oh, well, you have to try if you don't know what to do. So back to knitting. My mind is all over the place. Uh, uh, um, Cheryl Gopal says, when I work on my portraits, I have to walk away at times to refresh the way I see them, and it helps with making them look as much as the person as possible. My eyes guides me more than my hands. Yes. Uh, yeah, and when you have different projects in rotations, uh, you after a while if you haven't been working on a project for a while, when you come back to it, you see um, uh, see things in a different light. Um, it might have been things that you are convinced that there's been an error, but you can't find the error, and you put that project away. And when you come back a couple of months later to that project, you see the error right away. And it's good back for that matter. Um, Cheryl says, very true. Yeah. Um, uh, and actually, once a week, I on Wednesdays before Pro Science, I have a small knitting cafe at a church that have been working in that I still go to. A majority of those beautiful old ladies there work on one project at a time. And some of them have been criticizing me for why I do different projects almost every week when I go there. But the funny thing is that one of those that have been really front of the criticism, she has actually started to have different projects with her, a larger one and a small one, and she told me just a couple of weeks ago, like, yeah, um, uh, that she got the point of having a smaller knitting with you, in a car or when you're traveling, instead of the big clunky one. Um, so that well, the criticism is made with a very good heart. No, um, they had I love all of them. um, uh, I'm the youngest one in that group, and the oldest one is about, I think she's 85. You know, and I hope they have seen crafting now in a new light. You know. Um, that a younger generation has started to knit more or crochet more or cross stitch more than before. Yeah, they also knit, most of them. Um, Oh my God. Yeah. You see, I'm making a mess, as always. Uh, uh, I have time for this shit. So, um, mm, um, what else? Uh, uh, mm, to have knitted items like 10, 15 years ago, it was not on fashion at all. Now it is extremely popular to have a knitted sweater or a pullover or whatever. It had almost exploded. Now, in the 70s, there was a lot of um, women that knitted. Uh, but actually, knitting is more popular now than it was in the 70s. Uh, um, which is just fun for me. Um, this show says it looks like you start at the top of the sock and work down to the bottom. Yes, that is correct. Um, so um, I was trying to figure out the word for that part of the sock. I think it's called shaft. Um, when I Googled for the English word, I got 8 different words for one part of the sock. So I think it's called shaft. Then I have made the heel. I made the heel yesterday. And now I am on the foot part. And for um, my size of foot, it's going to be 14 centimeters. So it's going to take some time. But yeah, I started to talk. There are also another method they called magic loop. Then you start at the toes and goes all the way up instead, so reverse. And I have never been a fan of magic loop. I tried to learn it, but nah, not for me. Uh, I'm way too traditional when it comes to magic. um, so, no. uh, well, you might notice that I have my pattern here. Um, the other squares for the pattern are for the different sizes. The size I am working on for my size, I think that is a size 7 uh, in US size. I think, I'm not sure. Anyway, that is this square that I am. Cheryl says it's okay to be traditional. Thank you. I appreciate it. But this square is for my size, so I'm going to repeat this square until I have the length that I want to. So, and now I am on this row, and I have 4 more rows to complete the whole square. And I'm going to repeat it over and over again. And I made a mess. I tangled it all. Um, I am. This is one of my superhero strengths to uh, make a mess with yarn. Um, and and uh, this yarn is have some wool in it, so uh, it can tangle pretty good sometimes. But I would make a mess of tangles. Yeah, but sometimes I can find it just relaxing to tangle something out. Um, when it comes to threads or embroidery floss or yarn or whatever, um, I find it soothing. You know, I know I'm not uh, everyone else. I can spend a lot of evenings only to tangle out something, um, just because I love it. Let's see. Now we're back on track, or at least for now. Let's see. Cheryl Goldman says, I could see a cat having fun with that. Thank God for not having a cat. um, one of my best friends, she has a cat. And I was babysitting her son for a couple of years ago. And I always had a cross stitching with me when I babysit him. And that cat was very curious of both of my thread and my fabric. Sometimes I got help. Sometimes I didn't get help, but was supervised uh, of that cat. Um, he is one of the funniest cat that I ever encountered in my life. Uh, so, um, so that is why we have a dog. Uh, um, the dog couldn't care less of my cross stitching and my knitting. Our former dog, he really didn't care anything at all. When I need to cut fabric, if I'm going to sew something, I need to use the floor because we don't have enough space for a table. So, and sometimes, what is it? You sit there with a lot of fabric you laid out for you, and you have needles and scissors and everything, and then you have a dog walking right over everything. That's the worst nightmare. Um, you know, if you got a needle in his paw or something, I would never forgive myself. Um, so when I need to cut fabric, I try to even either be on the dining table where I sit at right now. You can fold it out and get a bit large. Um, then you can have um, a lot or So if I need to use the floor, I do it when the dog is not home. You know, um, if it's out on a walk or something. Uh, I haven't used my sewing machine in so many years now. Um, a fun fact about my sewing machine, or actually of my first sewing machine, that was a gift, a Valentine's gift from my husband. The first Valentine gift that he ever gave to me. And I got a gift card, and that said that I could choose whatever sewing machine I want. He's not the kind of guy that gives gifts every Valentine's or Mother's Day or stuff. So that was very special. Uh, uh, he lived on that for years, you know. um, I tease him sometimes about it. It's just fun. So now I see I have a problem. That is not good. We have put it up. I have it. Or have it? No. I need to start counting. 3, 2. So the pattern doesn't add up. Uh, so God damn it. What to do? What to do? I need to do some. Cheryl Gopal says, I used to sew all the time, but now cutting paper is taking over. Yeah. The same for me, too. When the kids were toddlers, I made most of the clothes. But now you don't want to have homemade clothes. God forbid. So I am going to do some counting, but I think I have too many. Let's see. Yep. That was what I expected. I suspected. So, ta-da! No, it's under the foot, so it's not gonna show. And but it is good to have some checkup on the pattern from time to time. But it's been a good stream so far, I have to say. For some reason, it's only have been streams here on my channel lately. But I am going to repent and do my recorded episodes too. When I get the time and inspiration for it. Right now, I have so much to do at the same time that some things have to hold back. I had the last week we have really a challenging time. It started last Friday when I was about to go to do some grocery shopping, and the car just refuses to start. So my father-in-law need to get over here and to jumpstart the car. So we need a new car battery, and this is a month. This is the second month in a row that I have been denied to have some kind of money from the government. Here in Sweden, everyone that is unemployed get a small amount of money from the government. That is like 80% of your former salary or something like that. And when you are unemployed, you are depending on 3 different agencies here in Sweden. Now, last time I was unemployed, that was 8 years ago. Those 3 agencies actually talk to each other. So when I said I am unemployed to one of the agencies, they send a ping to the other 2. And said, this person is out of employment. She needs to have a government fee. Now, 8 years later, and a new government later, and new rules, those 3 agencies refuses to talk to each other. So everything goes back to me as an unemployed. The only thing is, I didn't get that memo. So I was still thinking that everyone was talking to each other. I did not have any kind of information that I needed to send to one of the other of the agencies. So, well, for that matter, I can have some of the fees riches in retro. So there will be money, but we don't know when. So right now we are living only on my husband's salary. It is manageable, but it is. No, we need to really do some thinking when it comes to shopping. So all of our bills are paid, and we can have food on the table. That is mainly. But that is also only what his salary allows us to. So we said that we can make it this month, but no further expenses. Then comes with the car. That was really fun, or not. So we need to have a new car battery. And Yeah, and last Wednesday, I uh, um, I defrosted the fridge, no, not the freezer. Um, found stuff in the freezer that had um, date expiring date of 2020. Oops. So there has to be a really good clean out. And when the freezer is okay, we discovered that the fridge has been completely locked down. So, and I have been grocery shopping that day. So that was not fun at all. So we needed to save everything that been shopping, and we just replace it in small bags and out of the car because it was all freezing temperature out. And then I woke up yesterday and I had a relapse of my vertigo. And the whole day was just like I've been in a roller coaster for the last 24 hours. Everything was just spinning. And I was like, no, 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 no. So then all of a sudden, the freezer stopped working again. The fridge started to working again. Yeah. Sometimes it is extremely fun to be in this family. And sometimes it is. It is an adventure to be here, or to live in my small part of the world. Let's see. Uh, 3, 2, 9. Ah. Yeah, I have problems to count to 3. So, that life is definitely an adventure. Oh, yes. Oh, Debbie from Australia says, good morning, Lindy and chat. Good morning. This is why I love streams. We live on a very big place called the Earth, and we can be together in a chat at the same time. And that will never stop. Amaze me. And I'm very happy that you found this stream. So what was I thinking? And how are the stocks coming along? They are, Debbie, they are getting along. I haven't done that much knitting off screen this week, so but they're getting there. I don't have a due date for them, so let's see when they are finished. Cheryl Gopan says it's early afternoon for me. and for me it's 10:38 p.m. So it is late enough that most of my family have gone to bed. Um, or at least they are in the rooms. The kids are in the rooms. And I have someone in my lovely family that is in the shower. So if you hear a swooshing sound, that is the the shower. Uh, the problem with this neighborhood is it is old, and Debbie says it's 8:40 a.m. Saturday here, last day of summer. Oh my God, we um we will have a what it's called meteorology spring here tomorrow, and that is that we uh, have over 0 degrees Celsius for 7 days in a row. So spring is here, and I actually saw some flowers today when I was out. The first spring flowers um, started to come up. So, and we get spring here here in Sweden. Well, south of Sweden, we get spring a lot sooner than the northern part of the country. So So let's see. Debbie says, lovely, the leaves will start to change color here soon. Oh, I have always loved the time between late summer and fall, you know, when the leaves started to change. But at least here in Sweden, we have very fresh air that comes at that time of year. It's about late September, early October. And you really feel, and it's very crisp air, so it's not polluted or with pollen or so. And I love that air. When you can fill your lungs with that crisp air. Is I love that feeling. Uh, always have and always will. Um, uh, I see that there are still some unknown people in here. Welcome to this stream for the love of crafting, where I do some live crafting once a week on my channel, Leah's February. So let's see, two. And sometimes I have difficulty to count to 3. So, Joe Gopan says, very warm here, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. But here in Southern California, it is warm most of the year. Yes. I have some relatives that lives in Southern California. San Clemente and what is called, yeah, somewhere around that neighborhood. I forgot the name. But they love to come to Sweden at the summer because it's not that hot here in Sweden. That when the summers in California can be really, really hot. So I need to find out how you say 86 degrees it is. Oh, 30 Celsius. That is hot. That is really hot. Well, it is hot for light-skinned Scandinavians. Oh my God. It's, oh my God. Uh, uh, when I experience that kind of degrees, that is just pure torture for me. I am not built for that kind of temperatures at all. Sometimes at the summer we can have those temperatures, but only for a few days. And last summer we had 3 days that was that hot, and before those days and after those days we just had rain, 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 and a lot of rain. But those 3 days when it was most hot, there was a BMX competition here in Sweden, in my town. So, and there was no shelter at all. The track is just out in the open, and there was I was volunteering at that competition just because our daughter competed, and it was that was not fun at all. It was so hot that some bicycle tires popped. So our fire and rescue needed to come and cool the bikes down with water. Most it was the tires, but it was ridiculously hot. No, when the sun is just gazing and there's no clouds or anything, or not even wind, it is not fun at all. So I am hoping we will not have so much of those temperatures when we have the next competition that is now in August. David says, oh, first off, Cheryl asks, are your winters mild or cool? To Debbie, and she answers, they are probably considered mild, around 15 Celsius. Is probably the average. It gets colder overnight. I think it's cold, but compared to other places, it isn't. 15 degrees, that is, I'm thriving in that temperature. Thank you, you know. But once again, it's just me, light-skinned, blonde, blue-eyed, Scandinavian. We are not built for those kind of, for temperatures over 15 degrees. Nah, that is ridiculous. And we have tangled. So, and if you are new in here, I will say welcome to my channel, Leah's Bible Bubble, and this live stream for the love of crafting. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna knit this report and then call it night. Actually, so. Shall group and says, for the most people, I think that would be a mild winter. Here we get warm days, but at night it can get chilly in the winter. Yeah, when you have those open skies and open landscapes, the night can be really, really cold. Even on the in the summer, just because there's nothing that can preserve the warmth from the day. So, 1, 2, 3. So, Cheryl Gopin says, I agree, that is great. We can be here together from different parts of the globe. Yes, I love it. I love it. That is one of the biggest perks when it comes to the social media landscape. That we are uniting people that are in some remote distance of the world that like 2 years ago, we didn't even know each other's existence. So, um, Debbie says, I love it too. I made some lovely friends through YouTube. Yes. Same here, actually. and it would have been those friends that I uh, got the guts to start my own channel. Um, oh, Charles is such a sweetheart. I agree 100%. Glad I found both of you. Oh, you're welcome, child. It's always so good to see you and um, chat with you one on one, or chat with you at these live streams where we find each other from time to time. To, um, how many levels do I have left? One row. No, two rows. Hmm. One, two, three. Ah. Debbie says, sometimes the time difference makes a bit difficult, but I love the times I can join in the chats. And Cheryl says, I need to leave now, but I'm glad to be able to watch for it for a while. Thank you so much for coming, Cheryl. I am about to. Oh no! I have a loop uh, that had escaped from me. That is not good. I need to deal with that stuff. But thank you so much, Cheryl, for coming. I hope you will have a good day, and I hope I see you soon. Um, it's been lovely, as always. Now I'm going to see what to do with this. Okay. So we're at here it is. I am silent because I need to concentrate. I am trying to fetch a loop that escaped from me. So bye for now. Hello. Jim says, have a lovely day and weekend, and Linnea, have a lovely evening and weekend. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I am convinced I would have a very lovely weekend. Bye for now. Yes. So now I'm hoping my pattern doesn't get too crooked. 1, 2, 3. So with those last loops, I will uh, I will end the stream. So so now I have done one. It's called report. So some of the patterns you can see that is coming through here. So I have I'm now to my 2-hour mark, and I think it's pretty good. So I will wish you a very good day or a very good night, depends on where you are here in this world. Thank you so much for being here in this stream. Thank you so much for all the chats. And David says, great to chat. Hope to catch you again soon. Have a great weekend. Yeah, I will be streaming next Friday, as always. And I will have an extra stream next week on Sunday. And I will be streaming the music service that I will be singing in. I hope we can do it live stream. Otherwise, it will be a recording. But I am looking forward to sing for all of you here at my channel. The service will be in Swedish. There are you can text it if you want to, but most of the songs I'm going to sing is in English, so you are going to recognize some of them. I hope, at least. So, with that said, I wish you a good night, good day, and as always, here on this channel, if you don't know what to do, at least be kind. So, I hope I see you again in a chat somewhere nearby. And for that, bye!